All right, so the syllabus quiz is going to be obviously over the syllabus and the tentative schedule and another document. So let's come in here into the syllabus. I'm going to click on the syllabus link in the course navigation, and it's going to take us, if I open it up, it's going to show us the syllabus itself. So let's talk about this for a few minutes. The first section is information about me and how to contact me and my office hours and where my office is located on the Davis campus. The second section is the details of the course. Well, let me come back to my office hours. I'll have office hours immediately after class on the Ogden campus. I will also be holding those same office hours on Zoom, as well as on the Davis campus if you find yourself out in Davis. If there is a "Hey, I have a question" discussion board that you can post questions out to, and hopefully other students can answer some of those questions. All right, so the next part of the syllabus is about the course. Obviously, we meet on the Ogden campus in Morta, room 327. This is a hybrid course, so the expectation is that you're coming to class once a week, and then the second class period is going to be online. We will not be holding class, but you are still expected to be doing the work that a second day in class would entail. It includes, this portion includes the required text, as well as the description and the outcomes from this class. Canvas, this is a place where you can find all kinds of answers to any questions that you might have about Canvas. You are going to want to set up your announcements, your profile in Canvas to receive announcements, because I'll be posting out weekly announcements about the progress of the course and what is coming up. So these are some instructions on how to set up your profile to receive announcements. This course is going to require some group work from time to time. Groups are going to be, and teams are going to be, a critically important part of your professional career in computer science. So we're going to start the practice of working together in teams several times during the semester. You should devote at least 12 hours a week to this class. It is a computer science class, so where it would generally take somewhere between 2 to 3 hours per credit. This is a 4 credit hour class, and so computer science is generally at the top of that expectation. On your first day of class, you're going to need a laptop that is connected to the EduRoam network. If you do not have a laptop, there are kiosks available for you to check out laptops in the Norda building on the 3rd floor. Also, you can go to the library. The Stewart Library also has laptops that you can check out longer term for the entire semester.
Also here. Why?
In order to be able to check out laptops at the kiosk, you are going to need your wild card, but not at the library. You can go directly to the library. And there's instructions on how to connect to our Weaver State EduRoam network in the next category in our course syllabus. All right, so there's all kinds of sources, resources that are available for students and specifically for computer science students as well. The next section of the syllabus includes all of those resources that are available to you. There is also a link in our class that is called Student Resources. This will take you to a Weaver State page that lists all kinds of resources that are available to you as a student at Weaver State. So you can click on that link to get a lot more help. So the next section is grading. Your grade in this class is going to be based upon 3 things. First of all, 10% of your grade is going to come from coming to class and participating in the things that we do, and from time to time participating in group discussions. 60% of your grade is going to be completing the homework assignments, and then 30% of your grade in this class is from module exams. The exams will be taken in Canvas in a testing center, so they will be proctored in a testing center. And so there's a little bit more detail on each one of those 3 categories: your classwork and your homework assignments. And the expectation is for your homework assignments that you are answering the questions that I'm asking. Many of the homework assignments are going to be, I ask you a question and I'm going to have you go out on the internet and research that topic and then come back with the summary of your research. along with your opinion on the research that you found. So, late policy, you can submit work late up to 24 hours with no penalty, but after that, you cannot submit. I recognize things happen when you're trying to submit, and so there is a 24-hour grace period, but you can't submit any work after that 24 hours late. The next section is the academic misconduct. As a student at Weber State, you are expected to uphold integrity in the work that you are doing. The expectation is that you are doing your own work. Unless specifically stated, you will be doing your own individual work. Now, much of the work is going to require you to go out on the internet and research things, and so I expect you to be using the research resources that are available to you, but ultimately what you are submitting is your own original work, not a copy and paste of what resources on the internet have to say. And that includes generative AI resources like ChatGPT or Gemini. And so with every single one of the assignments that you're submitting, you are going to be submitting an integrity statement indicating that this is indeed your own original individual work. And there will also be a plagiarism check when you submit any of your homework assignments that will do a complete check of the document or the work that you are submitting. If you have any questions about what kind of resources are permissible, please ask before you copy and paste things into your documentation. So, if you are a CS major or a School of Computing, that would be Web, Net, or CS major now or ever in the future, you are going to have to get a C or better in all of your major classes to pass. So while C- might get a degree, not in computer science or School of Computing programs, you need to get a C or better. That is a 74% or better in any one of your major classes to pass. So this is a quick review of our syllabus. The tentative schedule is the next link in the syllabus link. And this is just a breakdown of what we're going to be doing over the next 16 weeks in this class. I call it a tentative schedule because I reserve the right to make changes based upon unforeseen events. You're going to notice that there are 3 holidays this semester. One of them, in the middle of November, is going to impact our Thursday class. Thanksgiving is on a Thursday, Friday, so obviously we will not be holding our Thursday class, but the work will still be submitted online, so you'll be able to see it online, although I'll work with you with the due dates, or I'll publish some information out about the due dates. So that is details on the syllabus and the tentative schedule as required in the syllabus quiz. So the 2 remaining pieces of information or resources that you're going to need in order to take the syllabus quiz are number 2 and number 3, additional resources and the job listing template. Both of those can be found in the Getting Started module. So if you come into the Getting Started module and you click on the additional resources link, it's going to take you to a page that talks about the requirements for the coming to class, as well as some additional resources available to you, some how you can get help, as well as some free cloud storage, how to access the CS network, and then how to access a free version of Office 365, which includes OneNote, which is going to be required in order for you to access the second link in the course navigation, which is our class notebook. Now, the second thing on the syllabus quiz is this job listings template. So this is what the job listings template looks like. This particular class is like a survey of the different career fields that you could have in technology. Everything from being a software engineer to a web developer to a network engineer to a cybersecurity or a security, data security, even a hardware guru. And so for each one, for many of the sections that we're going to be introduced to and studying, you are going to be doing some job searches for jobs in that particular field. So for quite a few of these categories, you're going to be looking for 3 jobs in that career field. And I have provided you with the template that you're going to need to provide me with the information about each one of the 3 jobs. Now, there are, as shown in this table here, there are some very specific pieces of information I want to know about each one of the jobs. The first one is the job title. And so you're going to be looking for jobs. Here is an example of some of the places that you can go to find jobs. So let's say that you go to careerbuilders.com and you're looking up this particular topic, like let's say, for instance, a web designer or an HTML programmer. You're going to list the title that the employer has indicated, along with those duties. You can copy and paste this information in. Where is it located? And then the education that's required. So the employer is going to tell you maybe it's a bachelor's degree, maybe it's a high school, maybe it's a PhD in computer science. So you're going to list the education if the employer mentions it. If they say 1 year experience, no experience required, 20 years experience, you're going to indicate that here, as well as any industry certifications. So maybe an A++ certification or a network security certification. If they mention those, you will put them in here, as well as salary information. Now, at least one of the 3 jobs must include salary information. It can be $25 an hour, it can be $70,000 a year, or depending upon the company, it could be a A1, like a GS-12 in the military, or an A1 at the University of Utah. So you need some kind of a salary information, and it cannot be generalized information that the job board is posting based upon the title of the job and the location that it is. It has to be some kind of salary information specifically embedded in the job listing itself. So at least one of the 3 jobs must contain salary information. And then the last piece of information that I want is the URL. So just copy and paste the URL for that job so that I can go back in and check out that job in case you find something wonderful and I want to change my profession. I need that job, that URL that I can click on. Now, the one thing that I would mention about the location is it needs to be in commuting distance to this school. If you are an international student, I don't know if these job boards are going to include job listings in your home country. And so, for that purpose, I'm going to have you search for job listings here local to Weber State University. So I'm going to have you search within commuting distance. That might be within 100 miles of Ogden, Utah, or Weber State University, because I don't want to know how much they're going to pay in Las Vegas, Nevada, or Los Angeles, California. I want you to search for jobs that are, let's say, within 100 miles of this university in Ogden, Utah. And let me tell you some of the reasons for not getting credit on one of the 3 jobs, individual job listings, is if it's not related to the topic. We're going to be searching a lot of different topics. If it's not within commuting distance, so not within 100 miles of Ogden, Utah, and this university, and if you don't provide me with the URL to the job itself, I don't need the URL to the job board. I can already get to the job board. I need the entire link to the job itself. Now, some of the reasons why you will get 0 on all of the job listings is if none of them have any salaried information, or if the salary information that is included is not embedded in the job itself, and instead is on some kind of a ticker down below the job saying, based upon the title and the location, we assume that you would make this much money. That does not count. So this is going to be a required activity that you're going to be doing with quite a few of the homework assignments, and it's also going to be on your syllabus quiz.